saluting the Don.
Why the fuck would Joe hire a guy like that?
Being the Don, getting his ass was in trouble.
Joe, trust me on this. You've made a mistake.
Yo, don't let niggas call you the Don.
Hey, Joe. Want me to shoot this guy?
Stop trying to be a Don at work.
And if you think Joe's pissed off, that ain't nothing compared to how pissed off I am at him for putting me in the same room as that bastard.
Donnie Rizzo, episode 4.
Is that what this is? 4?
Yeah. Yeah, I almost said 5.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a month. It's been about a month and some change.
I got my truck washed the other day,
right.
and it looks really nice. And so
Yeah.
I did a quick little video my truck's finally clean. And I was like, it's been a while, like the guy from
Been a while
Stained, yeah.
Since
Since I first saw you, or whatever it was. Yeah. Oh man.
That's fine. That's you right over here, right? Right
What's
by
that?
the door?
Yeah.
Truck? Okay, yeah.
Oh man.
That's all nice. Yeah, so the beard, man. You came on TV just fresh face as hell. That shit was wild.
Well, see, here's what happened. So, obviously during this situation that we're in, you have to do what you have to do to get your hair cut, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had somebody cut my hair and he did a good job, and I didn't, and I usually do my beard myself and everything. Mm-hmm. But my buddy had a barber come over here the other day.
Okay.
And he was here. I was like, I might as well get my hair trimmed up. Who knows when I'll be able to get it again, right? Even though I didn't need it.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, he's like, dude, can you do me a favor? Can you just edge around edge around the edge of my beard just to, because I saw you had some really nice tools.
Yeah.
And but then the thing is, you're sitting there and I was exhausted as usual. That's how I live my life. And I felt him like going around my chin.
Okay. Oh yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? But I didn't want to say anything. I was like, maybe he's doing something. You can't see obviously when somebody's working on your face.
Yeah.
It's not like in a salon where you get the mirror in front of you.
Yeah.
So when I got up, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, I look like a comic book villain. I look like Tony Stark or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I couldn't put a picture to it, and I knew it wasn't good. And I was like, oh man. I was like, all right, well, whatever. Nobody's gonna see me for a few days.
Yeah.
No big deal. But I look absolutely ridiculous. I got the sharp lines on the beard, the whole thing. It was just way too much. And then the next morning I get up and I get a phone call and they wanted me to do they asked me to maybe talk on TV.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't let anybody see me like this. I can't because I look I sent a picture to my buddy Paul. I was like, look at me. I was like, I look ridiculous. And he's like, you look like Kevin from the Backstreet Boys. And I was like. And I pulled him up, and I pulled it up, and it's dead on. Like the chin, the way he did around like my chin, it looked exactly like Kevin. I don't know if that dude had a beard or what, but he had a goatee. And I was like, I can't go on like this because I was like, if they write comments, I'm going to be saying things that are probably anger some people. And if somebody pegs me as like Kevin from the Backstreet Boys, there's going to be 100 comments underneath. I was like, I can't have that. I can't. So for the first time in 10 years, I was like, I just have to shave. It's as simple as that. So I prefer. I like the beard, but. You can't grow in fast enough, believe me.
Yeah.
But you got to do what you got to do. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I can't have this. I can't go on. I can't have people looking at me like this. Kill the gimmick, brother.
Yeah. And especially when they come up when you're in the barber chair, you can't say shit to the barber. You know what I mean?
Really,
if they're doing something, I had that anxiety forever where I'm like, I'm just gonna let them do what they're doing, and they're professionals. And we're good.
I just, because I'm up for whatever, but. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my god. I was like, I can't have this. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't care too much, but here, this is how it looked, just so you see.
Yeah.
This is not good. Not a good situation. Here we go. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I'm showing the Don a picture, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. I look like the dude from the Backstreet Boys. You can see by the expression on my face, I'm not happy.
Yeah, you left
Then the point, the flavor saver, and the triangle, what the hell is that?
Yeah, you left the soul patch. I see that.
Oh my god.
Oh, you gotta. Yeah, okay. Jeez.
It's not good. And the thing is, some people are like, that looks good. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It looks terrible. It's bad. Oh my god! And I sent a picture to my mom, and she wrote horrible exclamation point.
That's
shave
so
it. I didn't tell my mom. My mom hasn't seen me. I didn't tell her because she's been after me to shave for 10 years.
I gotcha.
But I don't think she even knows.
Damn, they gave you a techno raver cut.
It's not good. It's not good, buddy. Listen, I know enough to know that that's not good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's happening? What's good?
Same old same, man. Tell me.
Well, I can tell you a lot.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to begin?
Where
do you want to begin with this week?
Let me think, man. COVID's kind of beat, huh? kind of over.
Yeah,
that.
it's over now. We have the race war, so they don't need the phony virus anymore.
Yeah.
You know, amazing how quickly that went away once they had another radical leftist movement.
Yeah. Yeah, they just got rid of it. They're like, all right.
Yeah, we don't need this anymore. We have the race war. We're going to hitch our wagons to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the phony virus is gone. Next thing you know, there's protests and like all of a sudden they're not worried about being standing right next to hundreds and hundreds of people. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah,
we don't need the virus anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing is, when they release these statements, like I actually saw one that said health experts say that protesting the shutdown is dangerous. However, protesting for whatever race relation, whatever you want to call it, oh, that's okay, that's acceptable, no problem there. It's just absurd, dude.
Yeah, it's a real third rail. They can't touch that. They're like, all right, you're going to come out and protest for race stuff, dude? Like, there's no politician, there's no official ever that could say anything about that.
Yeah, but it's hypocritical about the virus. Like, these people can't open up their businesses, but they can go out and protest. Like, it's insane. It's entirely hypocritical.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's like max occupancy on businesses is like 15.
It's bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit.
And then max occupancy on protests is 100.
The whole thing is complete bullshit. You're seeing exactly what the phony virus is now. Now that
I think
now that the left has hitched their wagons to the race war and the pandering and all that.
I think the virus, like all the shutdown and the quarantine, that kind of became a breeding ground. So as soon as something big happened in the news like this, like the George Floyd thing, that the conditions are right. Like no one's been in work in months. Everyone's stressed out. Everyone's in their house. It's all fucked
Everybody's
up.
drunk like me.
Yeah. So I mean, look, people get killed by cops all the time. You know what I mean? Happens. We see it in the news. Usually there's a local protest, always something. But because people were just broke and just, you know what I mean, just.
It's a bad situation.
Yeah, conditions were rough.
They probably know. The thing is, I'm sure someone, was like, this isn't a great time. Like all kinds of crazy shit's gonna happen. This could breed something of that nature. Like I'm sure it crossed somebody's mind.
Yeah,
it didn't necessarily cross mine because I was like, all right, the virus, because I just deal with it however you deal with it. But the next thing you know, we have that. And now everything's a wreck and. Cities are getting burned, and everybody hates cops and defund the police. It's insanity right now, man. Insanity.
Yeah,
it's like I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the whole. Do we have anything funny to talk about rather than dude? I'll tell you what, I'm over it, man.
Tom Cruise is gonna shoot a movie in space. You hear about that?
Is that right?
Yeah, he's gonna work with NASA, and there's some kind of film project. He's gonna go in actual space and film.
Is that right? I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I heard about it a couple weeks ago.
What did they have, that rocket launch a couple of weekends ago? What was that?
Oh, yeah, the SpaceX launch, right?
Yeah, SpaceX, what's that?
So SpaceX, that's Elon Musk.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's the old guy that made PayPal and all that. Mm-hmm. He just has his private space company where he, from the private sector, he's working on rockets that can, they can launch. And
private sector meaning an individually owned business.
Yeah. Yeah, not like NASA or anything.
That's what, yeah.
But
is that what it means, individually owned business?
Yeah,
sort of?
Yeah. Anything that isn't owned by the government.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the public sector, it would be anything government, any government initiative funded by taxpayer. Then the private sector is okay, I open up my own business, do my thing. And then you have NGOs, which are just like a charity type business. Sometimes they get tax breaks that are funded by taxes, but they're operated independently. There's a weird kind of in between with 503c companies, and then, you know what I mean? But. Yeah, so I got time to babble, but
it's okay. I mean, it's a good explanation. It's private sector, anything that's not owned, business not owned by the government. I got you.
Yeah, so he just has his own company, and they get government contracts because what they wanted to he just wants to make rockets better, and he's making the main thing he's doing is making a reusable rocket. So usually they go up into space, right? Everything breaks off and falls apart over the Pacific or some shit. Mm-hmm. And then the nose capsule gets into space, and then they have rockets that send them back. He's like, nah, check me out. Whole rocket goes up, comes back down, flips on its side, and just
really
hovers back down.
Really?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So he's like, we could do that and just shave the cost of that whole big rocket.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So that's him. I think Bezos has something, and is it Richard Branson, the guy that owns Virgin Airlines?
Oh yeah.
So
we got Jeff Bezos, who's the Amazon guy.
Yeah,
Amazon guy.
Yeah, the Jeff Bezos, and then And then Richard, I think he has a thing like he's got a
buddy of mine. When I was away, when I was in summer camp, he was reading a book on Richard Cranston, right?
Branson.
Branson, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Cranston, but maybe
the
Brian.
guy
Cranston.
with like the weird.
Yeah, no, I know who it is.
The
Yeah,
bleach,
he was
yeah.
definitely reading a book about it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's wild. All these rich dudes are like they're trying to fund this thing to get out to Mars.
The day of that launch, right? I was thinking to myself. I was like, okay, because I was like, rocket launch. Okay, I didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
I was like, so if I had a pay-per-view, right? Mm-hmm. If I had a pay-per-view and it was based around the rocket launch, how would I sell this? And I was like, I'd really sell the potential for disaster.
Yeah.
I was like, that's where you got to go with here, you know? Like I would have like Dev in like the studio, but like we're gonna do a Dev, and I'd have Dev like review all past rocket launch disasters, you know? Like just like review, be like, okay, this is the Challenger of 1984. You see the gas leaking out here. This isn't good, folks. And then then he reviews the one that happened in like 2002. You know? So we're really selling that today. You could see the disaster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would have Brain like go down and interview the astronauts, like or whatever the hell they're called, as they're like getting in the ship. They're like, do you have anybody you'd like to say goodbye to today? And stick the mic in there, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I would have like we would go back to the studio and there'd be Dev again, and he'd have like the screen behind him. And like, okay, what could go wrong today, folks? And he'd stress like, you know, if there's any malfunctions. Like the different points, like this could go wrong, you know, and then I'd have like the betting odds go across the screen, like the ticker, you know,
Vegas
like
odds.
and like the prop bets, on the explosion, like what type of like, you know, will the entire ship blow up? Like I would really push that because odds are that, you know, the ship's gonna lift off, it's gonna go up, probably, you know, no disaster, but you gotta sell it.
That's really how they should sell us.
That's what I thought. I was like, how would I sell this around? I mean, this is boring.
Yeah.
So I think you just push the chance for disaster.
Yeah. Every time they talk about an asteroid coming towards Earth, right in the orbit, they'll shop a picture of Earth and then an asteroid right next to it.
Oh.
And then you read it and you're like, yeah, dude, this isn't coming anywhere near us. Yeah, like the big asteroid is like, I think sometime this decade we find out. You know, it'll pass by, and then we find out if it either passes us or lands in the Pacific Ocean next decade. Like, that's the worst threat that's out there. You know what I mean? But all the other ones, I seen an article the other day. It was like 3 meteors, asteroids, whatever. And they pass by. Like they're 20 times as far off from we are as the moon. 20 times that. Like, okay, dude, news, really?
Oh man.
Yeah.
How's your alcohol intake during this whole thing?
I've been relatively, I've been chilling, man. A couple years ago, I was pretty much sober all year. Like I just didn't go out.
I need to do that.
Yeah, it was not even like, oh, I'm trying to sober up, but it was just like I'm just not going out anymore. I'm just not, you know what I mean, just doing it that much. So now when I do link up with my people and drink, like I have a lot of fun. I look forward to it. But it's also I can kind of take it or leave it.
Dude, that's good. I'm to the point where I don't really like to go out anymore.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like I always have something to do or a workout or this, that, and the third. Yeah. So I end up like drinking in my house by myself.
I see.
You know, the last time, I can't even tell you the last time I went out. The last time I went out, I had a couple drinks, came home, and got ruined by myself. Because like, okay, fine. And then last Wednesday, when all that nonsense was happening with the statue, I got it like. The reason that I do those is because somebody's got to stick up for my family. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
And you've got someone trashing it. So, and I blasted Jim Kenny pretty good to Channel 6.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you do those appearances, they'll use one clip at 4, one clip at 5, one clip at 6, right?
Yeah.
So by the time everything was done and all the phone calls I made, like I was sitting here and I was like, I'm just hoping that they use some of the things I said because I just wanted to respond. So I sat here for hours, and then somebody brought over White Claw, and I was like, okay. And then next thing you know, I've got 10 beer cans to my left, like empty ones, and I didn't eat dinner or anything, and I'm destroyed drunk. And after that, when I woke up Thursday morning, I was like, I gotta stop drinking. I was like, that's just, you know, I was like that. I was so disgusted with myself for about 2 days, 2.5 days, like 2.5 days, and you know, and then. Yesterday, like I did the health debacle yesterday, so I hit the maker's mark on the couch, and that wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but still, I just would like to dry out for like 30 days, something like that, and just not drink.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It depends. Like when I'm by myself, that's when you get carried away.
When you're by
yourself, yeah. I don't get. I mean, I've never, dude. maybe I've gotten sloppy in public like a handful of times in my life, and that's an exaggeration. Like I don't even know it's 5. A handful would be 5, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like I like
that's a liberal guess. That's at it, right?
probably seriously, it's probably 5 or less.
5. Okay, I got
Like
you.
like that I got like
Yeah.
bad like real like bad drunk, like, near falling down drunk in public.
Yeah.
Maybe 5, and that's a high on the high end. Like I can think of 2, and
Yeah.
I can't think of
Yeah.
the other ones.
It's like 2 and then maybe some light ones.
Yeah, you know
if
what I
that.
mean. Like
Yeah.
I remember one time, like the one time in question that I was actually thinking of, like I was in the King's Corner up the street. It was after a Christmas party, and I walked up the steps, and I kind of slipped on the step, and I fell into the jukebox. But like I was just thinking to myself, yeah, that was one time. But then I remember, like after that, I was sitting at the table with my friend, and like.
Yeah,
it was just talking, like it wasn't bad. I just remember flying into the jukebox or whatever I did, slipped on something. Maybe I fell down, somebody caught me. I don't know what the hell it was.
Yeah,
but
that's a funny thing too. You can be drinking and like just fuck up. You know what I mean? Just how people do sober. Mm-hmm. But because you're at a bar, because it's like, oh man, flag this dude.
Dude, I tell you what, man. Like after like the week I had last week with all that stuff,
Yeah,
it was nice because so many people reached out.
yeah,
But I mean, it's overwhelming. You know,
yeah,
like I really. I mean, nobody really said this because I think people understand. But like, I know people who may not like me or whatever it is, but oh, he loves the attention. Like, no, dude. Like it may be in the heat of the moment, but in the heat of the moment, it's just sort of like not like you're talking shit. Like really, like somebody's got to do this because I grew up the way I grew up with. You know, my grandfather, my dad, and being in the public eye a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's always like you can't say anything, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then sometimes when you know under those rules of don't do anything, it's almost like you feel like, oh, you think I'm afraid? Like what, you know? And then it's sort of like, no, I'm not afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like people like that in politics and the FBI and all that stuff, they use fear as a weapon against people.
Yeah.
Police use it. Like everybody, like they use fear, and just the act of speaking out. It's kind of I'm not afraid of you, and I'm a big I'm not afraid of you kind of guy. You know? If it's a situation where where it's worth engaging, and but like after the fact, dude, I mean I was fried, like my brain was fried. Like after talking, like getting back to everybody, it was just a mess.
Yeah, I imagine that's a big adrenaline day for you, right? Because it's like you see the shit on the news, they're talking shit, they're hitting you up for questions, and you're just like. Like,
I just switch into like
it's like defense mode.
Yeah, kind of. And like I hear my mom, and I'm on the phone with my mom, and she's upset, and like my uncle's upset, and I've never really heard my uncle like too upset too many times. Yeah. And I could tell, and then like like I'm younger, and at times I can be full of piss and vinegar, but I also speak pretty well, so it's a pretty good combination there. Yeah. And like somebody's got to do it. It's just. I don't know, dude. Like in the moment, you're just like I want to stick up for my family, and at the same time, I want to say things that a lot of people want to say but can't. So if I'm given an opportunity, I'm going there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just because I know so many people are just fed up with the way things are, and everybody's a racist, and everybody's it's just the times we live in. It's not a great state of affairs, and so that's when in the heat of the moment, that's where I'm at. Like. Somebody said to me, like, oh, you love the attention. It's like, dude, I mean, if I love the attention so much, like, and it may appear on the outside that I do, no. Yeah. I do. I just want, if I could, I'd just hide away for a little bit. But then again, you get bored. Yeah. And like sometimes I feel like a stand-up comedian, like the OJ thing. Yeah. I just wanted to stay off all that stuff this week, all the social media and all that.
Give it a little,
I was sitting in Wheelworks. I haven't got my truck washed in so long. I was sitting in the parking lot because they opened at 8:30. I was like, I'm getting there at 8. I'll just listen to an audiobook in the parking lot, and I'll make so just to make sure, because I had to go to the vet for my cats. And I sat there, and the OJ thing came to me. Okay. And I was hysterically laughing to myself. I was like, this is so funny. Like, this is gold. This is comedy gold. And I sent it to Dev. Like, I wrote it out and I sent it to Dev. Yeah. Because for anybody listening, like, I got the idea to write. As a show of solidarity, I will post an image of one of my favorite African Americans, and I posted this great picture of O.J. Simpson. And I just laughed and it's such a glamour shot of him. Yeah. I laughed my ass off. We have Derek.
What's happening, bro?
Would you like to join us?
No, I'm not.
Okay, no Derek today.
I'm not feeling it today. Sorry.
But the OJ thing.
I can contribute.
Yeah. What the fuck? Oh, just push it back. It's all right. It's still running. Oh God, I can't wait till everybody goes back to the real gym. I can have my house to myself.
Dude, I don't know how you do it personally.
No, I've had enough at this point. I'm burned out.
Yeah.
I don't like people. Like, I don't like human interaction.
Nobody does.
To a certain degree, I don't. Like, I just want to be alone.
That's
and I don't
natural.
like some people, they're like, oh, Joey's, like, they come over here like, Joey's preoccupied, Joey's this, Joey's that. No, Joey doesn't like to talk all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like to sit in
I
silence.
think everybody's like that though.
No, like, yeah, but some people who talk all the time, they're like, oh, he's preoccupied, he's in a bad mood. You always say I'm in a bad mood. No, just some days I don't feel like fucking talking. And if I'm working out or whatever, like, I like...
They just need to talk to feel comfortable.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm in a bad mood if I'm not talking. It's just I like to be quiet and
Totally,
think.
man. I totally understand.
Yeah, and like the whole bad mood thing pisses me off is because it's like I'm just not talking, you know? Like I'm in the gym, like I'm thinking. I'm using my time to think and try to make myself a better person.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes I fail, but you know?
There is something to be said for just like you're in your house and I think we talked about this before. There's just complete serenity around you, right? There's nothing. You don't hear any noise, and it's just and you're you for a second. You can hear your own thoughts, and everything's cool, right? Mm-hmm. There is something to be like
when I worked at the Drake Tavern.
Yeah,
I worked 4 or 5 nights a week. When I first got out of jail, I think I was working 5, and that's rough. Yeah. Like, that's rough, because I worked at night, and I closed most of the time because I was on house arrest. And I was like, oh, I might as well work, you know what I mean? And I had it in my mind because I like challenged myself. I was like, let's see if I can do it. Because there's guys like there's pro wrestlers that work every night for God knows, and they like, you know, I admire, it's like, wow, how do they do that? Yeah. And I was like, all right, I remember being like, all right, screw it, I'm going to work every night till 2 o'clock, I'll have a couple drinks, and then I'll go, let's see if I can do it. And I did. But on the days where I was off, I remember not wanting to talk to anyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it just was, I remember just being like, it's just almost like human overload, human interaction overload. Yeah. And thankfully I'm a little bit older and I'm a little wiser and I feel like I'm a little bit more mature. Mm-hmm. But sometimes like you're in a character when you're out in public. At least I feel like I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or at least when I was working there. Yeah. You know, because I'm a goof and like, and just... And you know, you just people around you always watching, always interacting with people, so you sort of like you sort of go in the character. And also, like when you're tired, it's sort of like you can go on autopilot and just send the character up there and not even think or hear. Like I remember people like, oh yeah, I know you from here and there, and I'm just like, oh man, I have no idea. Yeah. Just like when people like in the gym. Like they're like, I saw you in the gym, I waved, and you like looked right through me. Yeah. It's like I didn't know, like, and I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't try to be rude, but it's like I didn't even know. It's like if someone isn't a main character in your life, you ever notice how you can just kind of like just buzz past them, like, yeah, I don't really know you. That's a good way to put it. I have this funny thing when I meet people who are gonna be my friends, I always know it. They just have a look where I'm like, that's my people. You know, and then people who aren't really, they just hit me up like I remember some kid from like 8th grade, and this cat's like, Sean, you remember me from way back? And I'm like, yeah, not really, man. He's like, dude, we'd be in class all the time talking shit. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you weren't that fucking important, dude. Like, that's a good way. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, there's like main characters. Like the Chinese have an old thing about everyone has their 108 stars of destiny. And this is just yourself and 107 other people in your life that they're just important. What's that? 108 Stars of Destiny? Yeah. What's that? Explain to me. It's an old. It comes out of an old book. It's a tale called Suikoden. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, and it's basically like I remember like my buddy Dave. Right, I met this cat in AC. He was a security guard. I walked past him every day, back and forth on the way to the office. But I remember just seeing him and being like, this is an important cat in my life. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know each other yet, right? And then I remember one time we just stopped, we hung out, and like there were nights I would hang out at his post, we play cards, watch anime and stuff. You know what I mean? And to this day, that was 04, 05. Still cool with the cat. But it was funny how I saw him, and I'm like, okay, this is my guy. I know this dude. You know what I mean? And it's just, life's funny like that. You just see people and you're like, yeah, you're my guy, or... sorry, I don't remember you, dude. I feel like this would be good for me because this could be like a confession today. Okay, I can confess my sins. Yeah, and what I actually did and what I really meant and all that. Yeah. Some mornings I wake up and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? What did you do? Yeah. You know. Yeah, I know the feel, dude. I mean, no, it's no big deal. Like, so for anybody that's actually listening, like, I'm so sick. I have really, really bad migraines, and they're called cluster migraines. Yeah, yeah. And they're just brutal, and I get them at times, and like it happens. I get them every day for months on end, and then they stop. which is awful.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it, but like I don't feel great a lot because I got some other issues, like
You've been through a few things, all right?
Yeah, but like I have what's it called? I'm anemic. I'm anemic, and I have some other things, and and I've got really really bad stomach, and that's the stomach thing started when my dad got cancer, like when I was 17.
Yeah,
that's when I can pinpoint it, like when the stomach stuff started.
Yeah,
it was then. It might have been before then, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
and I remember that's when I got bad. My stomach's been horrible since my dad got cancer when I was a junior, and. So to this day, I still have those issues. And like yesterday, like I had like I get hints of the migraine when they're not full blast, but they make you sick. And yesterday was one of those. And I realized that. So I try to get up as early as possible, right? Yeah. I realized that during this issue, the pandemic deal, the lockdown, 6 o'clock is the time I need to get up, right? Yesterday, I got up at 5.
Okay.
That's bad because that gave me an extra boring hour in the day. Because there's only so much you can do before you're cooked.
Yeah.
So I felt like shit. Got on the couch. Again, like I told you, it was too early to take my sleeping pills.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't want to go to bed. And if I took them and I wasn't tired enough, it wouldn't work anyway, and then I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so I first time I had a drink since the debacle last Wednesday, right? Was last night, and I thought there was a little bit of Maker's Mark left. Okay. There was in the bottle I looked at, but now I realized there was a little bit more than I thought. Yeah. So I drank 3 of them, and it was just demolished.
Yeah.
You know, and then I endorsed County Commissioner Joe Gale on Facebook, like I'm some kind of Facebook activist. Like, but I know, like I got some texts, and I was probably laughing to myself. I'm like, I think I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I have I wrote that, and oh god, I'm like, oh man, what are you doing?
What was campaign that?
Just relax, Joe. Like, come on, man, you don't want the attention. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's well written, even though it's in the bag. It's written pretty well.
Yeah. Sometimes I do stuff where I remember one night, 3 a.m, blackout drunk. I'm on my way back to my house. My night shift guy at my old job, he hit me up, asked me how to do something in the system. He said it sounded like I had a mouthful of marbles.
Oh god, yeah.
But he was able to get the information out of me, and it worked. And I seen him the next day. He's like, dude, like you're it face. I'm like, I don't remember it. Like, and he's like, you knew your shit even though you were done.
Well, last Wednesday, like I said, like that was a complete debacle. I was so drunk because I didn't eat dinner. I remember having at least 10 beers cans next to me.
Okay. Oh
yeah. And and then I was like, I'm not drinking, so I didn't touch any drinks till last night. Yeah. And it wasn't too bad, but still,
That's about your number, like 10 brews, and you're cooked.
No, man. Unfortunately, I think I can drink more than that.
Yeah.
And I'll put it unfortunately.
It's a pacing thing, right? It's like...
I have no idea. Like, sometimes I just chug. Chug the beers, and it's just not, you know. And the thing with the diets I'm on for like the working out and stuff, they're not... I'm not a big carb guy. And like that definitely affects...
That actually hits,
oh man, it hits you much worse. It hits you stronger. And the reason like the last couple of years, I get so smashed at times is because of diets I'm on. Yeah. Because because I don't have a lot of carbs. And the thing is, I don't eat carbs before I work out. Yeah. Because it's the way the guy, my friend Matt, who gives me teaches me about the diets, and I teach myself, but like I don't have any carbs before I work out. I work out on just protein and fat, and then I start the carbs after. Okay, well let's say I worked out and I only had like a couple I don't know, some egg whites and a couple bananas when I got done working out. Yeah. Let's say I start drinking after that. Forget it, you're done. Because there's no carbs in your system. There's a couple bananas, big deal. Yeah. And then it just hits you so much harder. And then you end up like me. But
it is back when we were in our like early 20s or so, right? You can do anything. Yeah. You can drink. You can stay up all weekend. It's fine.
Deb used to do that. We used to drink, and then he'd be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, I can't believe I did the things I did.
Yeah, I used to do. Look, I would have nights like back to back. Like I'm at work, I leave, my homies hit me up. Let's go drink. Let's chill. I go do that. I take the last bus or train back in. I like blink. That's my sleep. Okay, then I get up, shower, go back to work. Come back out. Hey, come out again tonight. Damn, I'm too old to be keeping up with you young motherfuckers. Like,
dude, I just,
yeah,
me left to my own devices with some boredom is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'm alone.
It's interesting you say, because I think I'm an atypical kind of drinker, because
I drink at home by myself. I don't even go out. Like, I do here and there, but obviously we haven't gone out in a while. Yeah. But like, that's what I do. I drink by myself. Yeah. And sometimes it, it takes a while to hit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
Yeah,
sometimes it hits you right away,
Yeah.
and it's just like a punch in the face, and you're just sloshed.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it takes a while, and you're like, I don't even have buzz.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's weird.
Hey, listen, I told myself I wasn't going to drink for a while, and then, like, it wasn't terrible last night.
Yeah.
But I'm just, okay.
Yeah.
I've done worse.
Yeah, it's true. You're kind of like, you're sliding into it where you're like, all
Yeah,
right.
no, because I looked at, there was like, the glass, the Maker's Mark and 3 Miller Lights. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's not
The
like
kitchen was clean.
Yeah.
Like everything, you know.
Exactly.
There's some days I've woken up and like the house is destroyed and there's nothing. So okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad.
Outside of an endorsement of County Commissioner Joe Gale, which was a total troll job.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's complete.
Yeah.
Like there's some
Damage
there's some
bad.
things that I say and like a lot of things I say that I mean. But there's some things where I'm just completely trolling these people.
just
And
fucking around.
that was one of them last night, and it's just
Yeah.
and the things that seem so serious.
Yeah.
But you know,
Brain
might have something. Brain's walking in the house. He might have something to lend here. So we have Brain now. So if you're hearing anyone, ladies and gentlemen, this will be Brain.
I don't have time for that. I have to go to the ass doctor today. I didn't get my ass fixed. So I'm on a tight schedule.
Oh man, I was in the bathroom. Like I stopped counting 11 times yesterday. That's how sick my stomach was. 11. I know, like, I stopped counting 11 because I was just like disgusted with my. I sent a picture of the Undertaker at WrestleMania 18 after he defeated Ric Flair, where he's standing on the ring apron and he's holding up 10 fingers. Deb knew the stomach problems I was having, so after the 10th issue, I sent the picture of the Undertaker with the 10 fingers in the air.
Are we talking about out the front door or out the back?
Oh no, I wasn't throwing up.
Okay, I got you.
Are you still bleeding?
No, I'm not bleeding. Do you really? You're not bleeding so much right now, but oh, what a beating!
No, I'm not gonna
My
beat
ass is taking a beating.
After
over the
today, I won't need these anymore. Hold on, do I have one here?
Oh man.
Actually, I gotta go run back at my car.
All right, so where are we? Oh yes, we covered my stomach. Yeah. Oh man.
You know that what you were saying? Like sometimes people kind of hit you like, oh man, he's just doing shit for attention or whatever.
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes no.
I totally buy the idea that it's not that though, right?
With me or just overall?
No, with you, as far as like, hey, like,
Dude, I'm just the same as everybody else. Who the fuck doesn't get bored?
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
like,
saying.
you know, I just have fun.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
yeah. Like, I'm a dude that I'm kind of nondescript. I don't really come from, I mean, I don't have the same background as you, right? You kind of were this public figure, you know?
no, not me, but just people I come from.
Yeah, yeah. So for me, I'm the kind of dude, like, I'm a fame seeker. Like, I got the power, like, I'm trying to get out there.
Yeah.
Growing up with it, like, being in your shoes and being like, all right, man, like, you know it. You know what it's about. So it totally makes sense that you're on the opposite side. Like, yeah, maybe I just want to be... You know what I mean? Let me not be a fame whore.
There's
you know
a little bit of both, you know, because everybody wants to
yeah.
You know, you think to yourself. I don't know what the hell I did a couple of years ago. I did some sort of TV or some shit, and I got a million calls. And so you're like, all right, well, let me see. Maybe this can turn into something. I can make some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what you think. Mm-hmm. Like I can't remember what you like, but so. Yeah, no, but there are times when you deal with so many people that you're just like, I'm done, I'm coked and fried.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Managing relationships, there's something there's something called the Dunbar number. They feel like people evolve to only handle about 150 actual relationships with people. Right?
In a time or
yeah, like name, face, and like giving a fuck about what they're
Dude,
doing.
try 5.
what's it called?
Yeah.
I can do about 5, and that's stretching it.
What Dunbar? What?
The Dunbar number.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, it's like a theoretical, like, that's how many, I think, as humans evolved and we just, we came up in tribes as cavemen, it was like, all right, any more than that, it's just too hard to manage.
So here's the thing. I was told from the time I was a kid that my grandfather, when he got done working as mayor or whatever he was doing,
I got you.
most likely when he was the mayor, he would get home at night and he would return every message he got, right? Every message. And I always heard, like, I was taught that. My dad taught me that. So, like, during this time where people are reaching out and they're being nice, like through whatever medium, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the hell, text, whatever the hell is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, all right, that's what I was brought up. I'm going to get back to every single person. You know what I mean? And I'm someone that, like, sometimes I dread, like, but I remember that. So it's sort of like this, it's an internal conflict.
Yeah.
Because I will do it. Like, you have to treat people with respect, but at the same time, like, I'll wake up the next day like, oh, I'm cooked. Jesus Christ, you know.
Yeah.
You know, who the hell was I talking to? Who's that? I don't even know who that is.
It's emotionally taxing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
So it can be.
Even you just saying right, it brought something up in me like, oh god, like I know the feeling of like people know me. I'm like kind of halfway responsible for these people.
Yeah.
Some people don't even want to text; they want to call you and talk.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, dude, you know what I mean?
Maybe you
like,
shudder, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, I kind of got to get in the mode of like, I don't answer. I text, hey, what's up? And then they need me, cool, I'll plug in, I'll call them back.
It's good because I mean everything's getting back to normal now. I just remember like last week, I delete my messages at the end of the day usually, just because I save what I need and and then because it's maybe an OCD thing or whatever, but
I got you.
But like, dude, my text message log was like pages and pages and pages long.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, oh my god, and I'm so happy it's down to like 5 now.
Yeah.
You know, it's a couple people I keep the log in there, and then everything else I just like as it comes. And then I'm sort of back to normal now.
I got you.
But now after my ringing endorsement of County Commissioner Joe Gale.
You're going to get him killed.
I know, that's the idea.
You're going to get him killed.
Yeah, that's the idea. I had a lot of fun.
They're rioting in front of his house.
What did I say? I support County Commissioner.
The whole family.
Yeah. The whole family. We endorse County Commissioner Joe Gale. Oh my God. Let's read it. Hold on. The Rizzo family support and endorse Montgomery County Commissioner Joe Gale and applaud his courage for speaking out against America's enemy, hate groups like Black Lives Matter and their tag team partner, Antifa. Joe, you are a real American. Thank you for having the courage to say what most of Montgomery County are afraid to say. The real heroes are those who will not be silenced by the radical left. Like, that is a 100% troll job. That's what that is.
He liked it, too.
Did he?
He liked it.
like some of the other stuff I wrote, I'm mad. That was a total troll job. His brain he was texting me last night. A couple things he said, like I was like, yeah, you're right. You know what? He got me in that mode.
I was telling you to back off.
No, you weren't.
Said it.
I can't read what you
said
wrote.
You're going to get him in hot water. That he might not be able to recover from this next election.
Might be a bad
Don't use this as ammunition.
Oh God, it's so funny. Like other things Brain sent me, he's like, I've never felt, and I was like, you're right, Brain. Oh man, oh that's great. Yeah, I just throw more gasoline on the fire. County Commissioner Joe Gale.
You see how many people are outside his house?
I tell, dude, I would like if they stepped on my property, I'd tell them to get these fucking people out of here.
Yeah.
Like I'd brandish a weapon. I'd be like, okay, cool, you come on my property, you're getting shot.
Get the individuals off the lawn.
Yeah, get the individuals off the lawn. Yeah, exactly. The individuals.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon, Joe did he's a friend of mine, and he did an interview where he kind of used the wrong word. I mean, it kind of.
He didn't say people.
Yeah.
He said individuals.
There are times when you do statements where you have to sound like a human being, and there's other times you feel like you're reading a script.
He
right?
said he was giving out masks or supplies to individuals.
And I said, Brandon and I were talking about it in the gym, in my gym, and I was like, dude, he said individuals. And Brandon was like, that's exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, yeah, you got to sound like a person there, That's that dude. He's younger than me, and I don't know how long he's been doing things like that. I've been doing my whole life, so I kind of know, but that's the one thing. We're like, oh, he said individuals. No. So get the individuals out of here. Which is hilarious. Yeah. But the protest.
That goes down in like the pantheon now. We use that terminology.
What's the pantheon? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm surrounded by people that have a tremendous vocabulary.
Pantheon's like a Roman, with big pillars and like a temple kind of
That's a Parthenon.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Pantheon. I know it's like I imagine like 3 big pillars and this is the Mount Rushmore.
Is like the history of things, belief. Yeah. And I'm gonna look it up right now. It's gonna be something like that.
I get a text from Brandon that I didn't see. It says my office recommended a lax approach to dealing with the Joe Gale situation. You're gonna get him killed.
I said this is not hilarious.
It'd be so funny to add.
I was watching The Wolf of Wall Street last night, and then somebody sent me somebody I know sent me a YouTube clip. Yeah. And a guy was talking about I guess there's a local thing. People just make just like this. They post stuff. And the guy was like, yeah, Frank Rizzo's grandson. Like, oh, what the hell? Like, he's like, it looks like he's straight out of the Jersey Shore. And this dude looks like he doesn't bathe. I mean, come on, when's dude, you couldn't.
Oh yeah.
It's like, dude, you couldn't get a date with $100 bill taped to your forehead, and you're talking shit on me. Like, are you serious? And I was so.
Some of those pictures, there's a difference between looking like a slob, and it kind of is a look, and looking like a slob.
I could play.
Where you look like you haven't bathed in a week.
Yeah, like this guy.
There's a look, and then there's, I really don't take care of myself.
Like I wrote, because I had a couple drinks last night. Unfortunately, I fell off the wagon, and then
Called your sponsor.
I know I need an alcohol sponsor. I do, and like I wrote under it, and I wouldn't even responded if I wasn't half in the bag because I was so sick yesterday after the incredible display of shitting, and I wrote under the video. I wrote, if I look like I'm Jersey Shore, what the fuck exactly do you look like? And then I said something about threatening to drag him out in the street and leave him in a pool of his own blood. So
this happened last night.
Yeah,
you went low.
What's that?
You were doing well.
He went
You
low.
were doing well with
this guy.
It was good to see.
Yeah, this jabroni here. Like, look at this idiot, and he's the one talking shit about the way I look. Here, let's pull it up.
What's that channel? The Philly Captain?
What the? Yeah, it's just some stupid thing. I would never.
And I got to ask him a question, and I didn't even ask him about his dad.
Some asshole did a video.
You didn't do that.
And I noticed
No.
any longer he talked to anybody else because I was probably talking about him. And
I
his
can't.
dad.
I can't find it.
I thought you were talking about.
Oh, here it is.
It's just, it reminds me of like Julian Lennon.
Yeah, this guy. Like, look at this. Look at this guy.
Who reminds you of Julian
This
Lennon?
buffoon. Who the hell knows? Just two idiots in their basement doing a podcast.
I thought he was talking about you.
No, he was talking. He talks about me, and then he says like, I could see how the Rizzo lineage over a few generations would turn into what he looks like. And it's like, are you kidding me?
By the way, condolences on your grandfather's brother.
Yeah, my Uncle Joe. Yeah, 94, 95.
95.
95.
I'm telling you, they took the statue down and killed him.
A lot longer than.
They took the statue down and killed him.
People are getting ridiculous. Like, I actually saw like comments like that. They took the statue down and this kill. It's like the dude lived to 95.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was
94.
still alive.
I didn't know he was still in the league, and I did, but yeah, 95. No, I'm not fucking making it to 95. You kidding me?
Wait,
Christ!
what happened?
My grandfather's brother, who was the fire commissioner, he died yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever it was.
Oh,
and I wasn't that close to him. Nice guy. I knew him, but I
Yeah,
wasn't
because
that
I never really talk about him.
Yeah,
much in
and,
family. I didn't,
good
honestly,
guy.
I didn't even know your grandfather had a brother.
Yeah, no, nice guy. I don't know. My grandfather had like 10 brothers. No, good guy, but I'm not gonna say I was close to him. 95.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, the statue removed, like.
Oh, and the timing. Yeah.
No, it's just something that happened. He's 95 years old. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good run.
Great run.
Yeah, 95.
You got to think. Do you know what was wrong? Was there something wrong with him?
I'm sure at 95.
Well, I don't know.
Christ Almighty.
Sometimes you just tap. You're done. It's
Yeah.
not like one thing. It's
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna tap in the bathroom with a revolver and a bottle of whiskey the way I'm going by thine own hand.
Joe already knows. I'm tapping out downstairs in his gym.
Yeah, Brain's already planning his death in the gym.
I'm gonna work
Text me
myself
the
to
other day, he's like,
death.
I'm gonna die in your gym. I was like, Brain, I don't know, like, come on.
Work myself to death.
And then I thought about it,
first.
because I was kind of tired when he told me that, and I was just like, oh, no more, please. Not anytime soon, at least. I don't want to have to deal with this. But then I thought about it. It's probably what is right.
Plates falling down randomly and hauntings.
The mask has got to go.
No, seriously, with the mask shit, people just need to be like, I'm not fucking wearing it anymore. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah. My mask is too tight. I hate it. I just throw it on to go in stores and shit.
You can't breathe in them now. It's too hot.
Yeah.
See, Lucy doesn't even have the mask on. She's not wearing the mask. You're not wearing the mask right now anymore. It's too hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot to wear the mask.
The mask is the dumbest fucking thing. Like, this is absolutely absurd. The virus is a work, okay? It's a goddamn work. Outside the fucking nursing homes, it's a work. The whole thing's been a work. It's so abundantly clear that the fucking virus is not real at this point. It's not. It is to a degree, a small degree, and all this was political bullshit. Come on. Some stupid liberal motherfucker was over here the other night, and
Who?
this is.
Who?
So I'm not gonna say it on this, but some stupid son of a like.
I just want to know who.
No, I'll tell you.
keeping that.
No, but he comes over here and like he's like, and like, this is how liberals do. They just lie about everything, right? He goes, well, actually, he goes, there's been studies that say the mask is 85% effective. What the fuck are you basing that on? This virus that's been around. Like, you need, for studies like that, you need like years to pass so you can collect all the fucking data and figure shit out. Like, what the hell? Like, come on, they're so sick, and they think everyone else is so fucking stupid for the most part because they are. You know what I mean?
I
like,
honestly
85%. Get the fuck out of the mask. Some dude came up to me in Giant the other day. He comes up to me as I'm like waiting in the line, and I got the mask on. I'm already cutting a promo, like as I'm walking through the aisles, because I'm like, this is ridiculous. Because it's hot. I'm breathing hot air into the mask. is coming back in my face, and I'm pissed. You know what I mean?
The other day it happened to me.
Like, I have my son.
The girl knew too. She said, "I'll take it right over here right now."
Yeah, no. I have my son.
I'll take it right over.
I had my sunglasses on inside because you know what I mean. I just didn't want to look at anybody. I just was like, get my cat food and get the hell out of here. And I'm sitting there going, I'm in the line and nobody gives a shit about the social distancing because it's been proven to be horseshit. And the people are like, we're all standing next to each other, and I'm like, yeah, so much for that 6 feet high. And the lady's like, I'm so sick of this bullshit. This is so fake. And the guy or whatever comes up to me and he goes, you know, you can tell he's like, oh, I'm so tired. I have to wear this mask for no reason. He's like, the virus isn't real. I was like, yeah, no, it's not. Did you see this guy?
He's a retard.
Yeah, exactly.
Even the retard knows it's not real.
Because I'm so sick of having to wear this mask, and because he asked him when he's working there, and he's probably breathing into it and uncomfortable. He's like, for what? He's like, this isn't. He's like, I'm not going to get sick. Like, you know. And I was like, yes. I was like, how about this guy? Yeah. And
I think you just tell him you got a medical condition because they can't ask you what it is. Thank you, HIPAA.
Oh my God!
And you can they have to let you in. Isn't that what Zach's wife does?
What's that?
Isn't that what
Zach's apparently said. What's up, man? Apparently, yeah, that's what they said. Oh man, the mask, the dumbest. Lucy, you don't. Are you the mask? It's unnecessary.
It's not necessary. I think
it's not.
You
real,
think it is?
Lucy?
You think it is the mask?
Why it's not real?
If you're in a nursing home, right? If you're in a nursing home, those people are the virus can get them. Apparently, everybody else, nothing to worry about. I mean, that's kind of how it's all, you know.
No, this is the thing. I'm just talking about the mask. I don't think the mask is stopping it from spreading at all.
It's a symbol. It's a symbol. They try to make people afraid. Like, oh, this is so bad. You need a mask. Mask isn't doing shit.
You have less likely to get sick right now than ever before because everyone is being so clean.
Explain to me this, right? I went to
you go to the store, they clean everything. You have less likely to get sick now than ever before in the history of your life.
So people can't open their businesses and go to work and all this shit. However, I can go to fucking Home Depot with Jess with 200 people. You know what I mean? So that's okay. That's okay. Home Depot's fine and all the others. What the fuck is the difference? And by the way, if there's anything that comes out, spike in COVID cases, bullshit. That's a story. Put the fuck out there just to further the political agenda. Like, the goddamn protesting, right? Oh no spike in fucking COVID cases because of the protest. Because the animals want to go out and loot the fucking city.
The dude's out there protesting with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wolf.
Get out.
And he's telling people they can't go outside to go work.
It's insane.
It's bullshit.
That's absolute insanity.
I'm all for protest, Lucy. You should be able to protest. This is America.
It's so funny. So this text I got.
But the governor's out there protesting with them when he says you can't go to work. It does. It
doesn't make any sense. Yeah. It doesn't. There's no congruence. Is the word congruency or congruence? Both.
I don't know if congruency is a word, Joey.
Congruence is a word. Yeah.
Congruence is definitely a word.
Yeah.
Congruence is kind of some like past participle.
Things are congruent. Yeah, that's the thing about
there isn't. There's no congruence. Well, let's use. It could be wrong, but let's use the word congruence. There's no congruence.
The thing about the mask is like there's a specific mask that's designed to stop viruses, like keep viruses from going in and out. But people are just walking out with like a cloth mask.
Yeah, you think your handkerchief is? They're probably the dirtiest thing. There's no way that's not dirty.
No.
All right.
I just got this. I got this text saying like, I'm going to take his face off, and it made me take his face off.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to take his face. This is great. Look, dude. There's a GIF. I'd like to take his face off. It's coming off. And the guy's like, remember the movie?
Yeah, but what is this?
It's a GIF. It's like the clip of Nicolas Cage going, "I'd like to take his face."
Remember that part of Face Off?
And the guy's like, Paul.
I'm very well aware of this face. I saw Face Off in theater with Joe.
That's right, in 1997. And I think we went to see something else, and we went with my grandfather, whose brain.
No, we went to Cable Guy. We went to go see Cable Guy. And your grandfather fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm done. We're walking out. And we went to go see The Rock.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And then we saw Face Off the next week. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? My grandfather originally hated him when we were kids, which is hilarious.
Hated
him. We were like 12, and he hated him. And then like later in life, they become like great friends, which is hilarious. And my grandfather, they called him the Hound because I guess like I guess he would hound people for certain things.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where it came from, which is hysterical because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, the hound. Oh my god, that's so funny. Because my grandfather was
Working
cool.
with the hound was easy.
They worked together at a gas station.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Working with the hound was easy.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I remember like my grandfather because we used to go to the movies a lot. He was like, "That's it. I'm not watching."
He was not into the fucking dark comedy cable guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, not at all.
Think about your grandma like watching like what's his face,
Jim
Carrey.
Yeah.
Like he was just like he was like, we're out, we're walking. He's like, I don't care what we do, we're going to see another movie.
Yeah.
What
I
part
think
got
he
him like the coming down the hallway like?
I don't remember, but I remember.
We went in and we saw The Rock as it was like it hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
It was like starting at 1
And my
o'clock.
grandfather was cool, right? Like
Yeah.
he's just a man, and like my dad's dad.
Yeah.
Like yeah. You know what's funny? Like in my family, like that like my dad and his brother and sister, like they all had problems with him, right? He was spectacular to me my entire life.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, like people say stuff to me, like like I'm like he was great. I don't know what the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was great.
Who doesn't think they gotta?
I guess Cindy, John, and my dad, like they all had problems with the hound. And
Well,
I guess
I
growing
can
up.
see what. Well, yeah, dude. When you become a grandfather, especially with a grandkid,
Yeah.
you're puss.
Yeah,
at that
you
point.
switch your whole game up.
Yeah.
I mean, from the
Like my grandfather
I
was
don't-
a tyrant to my dad. Like to me, my
same thing.
fucking teddy bear.
Dude, he knows him. Like I literally have no bad, like nothing bad to say about him ever.
Yeah, I'm the same way with my grandfather.
Yeah, like nothing.
My mom's mom, same deal. She would talk about it like Vietnam War stories, like living with her mom. Everything I know about her, she's pretty cool. I've seen her flare up angry like once or twice, but like besides that, I'm like, yeah, she's fine. She's like that's just how it is. You're
Because my dad's family was insane, like completely insane.
Okay.
Like the rest of them, like too much.
I got you.
Like dude, they took like little kids and they try to like pit them against each other, and it's like it's insane, like completely tremendous mental illness on that side of the family.
I got you.
You know, and my dad had some of it. I'm sure I don't know if I do, but Brain,
What's up?
about mental illness. I was like, my dad had some of it because my dad like was really hard on me to a point where like you shouldn't do this to a kid.
Yeah.
But like the mental illness on my dad's side.
On his side.
No. I said like on his side of the family, like there's definitely mental illness there. My dad had some of it.
With you talking about with your uncle?
No, my dad, like they all have it, you know. And I just said like I'm not sure I have
Your
it.
dad
but-
was a genius.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean because
No, just
he
like,
was very hard.
yeah,
Yes,
dude, he would
yes.
wear us the fuck
Well,
out.
the thing
Brain
is,
and I'd be sitting at the
he'd
table,
talk,
right?
He'd talk in shorthand, and you'd be really fast, and you'd really have to be on point to
Yeah.
get the information.
Yeah.
And then it was very specific, like we were grilling steaks, me and Rick.
Yeah.
And we were out there, and he was like 5 minutes on each side, and we were looking at our phone. And he wanted us to look at the clock in the fucking kitchen because it had a second hand. He wanted it down to the second.
Precision.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was over at your old house and I think I was working on the computer for something. I was like trying to hook it up to. Yeah, I remember it was a printer thing, and so I'm sitting there in the settings and fucking with it. I remember your pop was like, he was pointing at the screen. He was like, the LPT port, and I was like, oh shit, you know about that? Yeah. That's something I learned in school like way back. And I'm like, oh man, I was like, shit, okay. Like,
Oh man.
they pointed out like it usually takes me a second to kind of get acquainted with like whatever Windows I'm messing with, and he just knew his shit right. It was like LPT 1 port.
Brain and I, it's a shame he walked away. No, Brain and I were like from little kids, like we'd be sitting at the table and my dad be grilling us.
Yeah.
Alright, he left. That's unfortunate. No, my dad would just grill you.
Yeah.
And like the answer to the first question is, I don't know. And he'd be like, well, you're not going to think about it? You know what I mean? And like, he was right. But then he would ask me 30 more questions based on the original one that I don't know.
Oh, I got
And
it.
he'd ask you a hard question. Like when you're a kid, you're like, I don't. Now I sit there and like I'm smarter, you know, because I'm older. And I try to come up with the answer.
Yeah.
Like I think about it more. Back then I was lazy mentally. Like I didn't want to think because I was a kid.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Like
Yeah.
and then he'd ask you 30, and then it just that's how like shit would start. Because I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And but you want to think about it. I'm like, I don't fucking and that's how things would blow up. I just said like when we used to sit at that kitchen table at that house, my dad would like grill us, and he'd ask us questions, and we'd be like, and sometimes we'd be like, I don't know, and he'd be like, well, you don't want to think about it, and we'd be like, I don't know, and then he'd ask you 10 more questions. based on the original one, we don't know the answer to. Like, I didn't know the first question. I don't know question 10.
That's
like,
exactly.
I don't know.
Well put. That's
yeah,
exactly
and then he'd start burying you, and then a fight would start. Like, no, that's how it would work.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you'd sit there, and you'd be like, I'm fucking exhausted. I just want to eat my food. I don't
It
want
was
to
an
get
interrogation.
Yeah, I don't need to get grilled, and now we got to fight. All like as soon as you sit down.
Yeah.
And like that's how it was when we were kids. And I'd be like, because I said when you're a kid, you're fucking lazy. You don't want to think. You just want to be like, what? Be a dick.
You think you know everything.
Yeah, well, not even that. But you're just like, I don't want to fucking deal with this. Like, I don't want to learn. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? And that's how brawls would start at my house. I think Rain got banned for like 60 days at one point. One time he was like, Carmine, 30 days. Like, I think you got a 30-day suspension one time. Like, Carmen, 30-day suspension.
30 days.
Yeah. It's like you failed a drug test almost, you know? Yeah, you definitely got 30 days one time. Kaplan remembers it. Because it's like, Carmen, 30 days. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
No, because Kaplan texted me about it. Remember when your dad gave Brain a 30-day suspension? I was like, yeah, vaguely, actually. My brain's fucking fried from all the bullshit. I used to have this great memory. I can't remember shit anymore. He remembers more than me. Oh, my God.
That's funny.
My God.
I was kind of the opposite. When I was a kid, I would bug my dad with questions. I remember being like 6 years old, and I asked him who wrote the Declaration of Independence. I was a kid. Just a random piece of information I picked up, right? And like I kind of thought my dad was a dumbass anyway, right? So I asked him. I remember his thing. I was probably 7 years old, and he was like, George Washington. And I was like, oh, he's so stupid. Like, I remember from being that young, being like, nah, my dad's that's not his sport. He ain't got it. Like, I do the same now as a dude that's older. Like, I'm burned out. I think I was like a super brainy kid back in the day. Now I'm burnt the fuck out. Now I'm like, just on the level. You know what I mean?
I'm smarter than I was really book smart when I was a kid.
Okay.
And then like it like wasn't cool, so I like went the other way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was cool. Who knows? I was a kid. I was really good, but I mean I wasn't great either. Like the stuff was easy. Yeah. And like I was never like super smart book wise. Yeah. And then I don't know. I kind of like I got lazy with stuff, you know. And I had to work really hard to get decent grades. All right. I wouldn't fail, but like I had to work hard to get B's. Yeah. And you know stuff like that. And I got like 1,200 in my SATs, like between 11, 16, and 12. Because I took it a bunch of times.
And that's back when it was like the cap was 1,600. So.
Yeah. And but now because I'm like much more mature and have a lot of life experience. Yeah. Oh man, dude, if I would have done well. Like now that I'm almost 40. Like if this me was in school now. Yeah. You know, it wasn't like I'm the hockey goalie. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they send kids to school way too early. Like kids come out of high school and they're like, go right to college.
My life was fucked up because in a lot of senses I was way ahead of, you know, I feel like I grew up a little bit faster. Yeah. Or had to grow up a little bit faster because of the way my family was, with my dad and my grandfather, right? Yeah. But by the same token, like I was kind of, shelter is not the right way to put it, but I was kind of under my parents' command.
I got you.
Like they didn't let me be me. And it was like sort of like whatever they wanted me to do. Yeah. And I didn't have a choice. So I kind of like, whatever, I'll just fucking do whatever you know, fine. And I kind of like, yep, fine, I can't be what I want anyway. Yeah. So on one hand, yeah, I had to grow up faster. On the other hand, it's like I was under their thumb and I couldn't do it. You know, everything was, you know, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, blah, blah, blah. You can't do, you know. And so by that point, that's what made me lazy because I was like, fuck, I can't, I have no control anyway. Like, I don't want to do this. And like whenever I would voice my displeasure with something, like it just came into, you know, you're going to do things our way. Like, you're going to go to grad school. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. Like, well, yeah. Like, I don't remember. I fucking should have been in, I don't know how it works, but I should have gone into media and TV from the time I was a young kid. And I knew it, and I should have. And, I you know, I was already on TV a bunch of times when I was a kid, and I was good at it. Yeah. You know, like when I was a teenager. By the time I was a teenager, I've already had a lot of experience. And I knew that I could do it. Yeah. And it's a shame. Again, I didn't have the maturity that I have now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, like
a lot of people that have seen some of the stuff I've done are like, dude, and I was like, I totally missed my calling. I absolutely did. Yeah. And just because I was maybe lazy and immature and, you know. Yeah.
It does suck.
My life's good. Don't get me, my life's good. Yeah. But as far as that, maybe that would have affected where I am now. And I like where I am now. You know what I mean? So I like where I am now. Yeah. So I don't really have any regrets. However, like it's a shame I didn't get into that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it when your caregivers are kind of like they kind of put you in a box a little bit, and they're like, all right, well, look, do this, do that, it's like, yeah, it really, like you said, you just lose all passion and energy for stuff. If you're on your own, if you're lucky enough to find your passion, oh, cool, let me run towards this, you know what I mean? Let me get all the support I can. That shit's dope. You know what I mean? People make big careers. People get success out of that. Well, yeah, you know, you and me, we grew up on the East Coast. There's this East Coast mentality, right? Like, they don't have it out, like, towards Cali. Like, that's a whole, like, do whatever, man, college, computer shit, acting, you know what I mean? Out on the East Coast, it's like, all right, man, do this. You got a practical job, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a kind of just a work mentality, and there's no room for, like, creativity or anything that's, you know, like, my parents are kind of the same way. They never gave me, like, hey, man, do what you want to do. It was more like, hey, my grandpa was, like, my biggest guy, and he was like, he told me two things. He's like, dude, you should work for, like, SEPTA or something, or, like, a utility company.
No.
I'm like, dude, you don't know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just no.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I'm like,
not.
yeah, I just like that shit's cool. Like, if I was that guy, absolutely. Like, it's a great path. But I'm like, I can't fucking do that.
Again, like, you know, it's just the old saying, like, I wish I knew what I know now.
Yeah.
However, I'm where I'm at now, and like I'm still young. I'm not planning on dying anytime soon. Yeah. You know, the revolver and the whiskey bottle. I think I can hold off on that for a little bit. You know, but you know, like you know, whatever. Like it brought me here. I like where I'm at, so it's just and I still hopefully have a lot of life left. You know.
Yeah.
I'm too old to have a TV career, but.
See, I don't know about that, because a lot of people who are, you know...
I've done too many controversial things at this point, so... Yeah. Who knows, though? Mark Furman's on fucking Fox News, and he got caught dropping the N-bomb on tape 100 times, so if he did that and got a career in TV, then... Yeah. Not like I've done that, but you know what I mean? Like, I've got my criminal background is a fucking joke. Yeah. And, you know, which is now legal. Sports gambling is now legal. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, you totally have... I mean...
A lot of like my drunk text messages would surface, and like people would send them out. And I'd be, you know, I said that. That was me. I was bombed. Like, if you never gotten drunk and sent some text messages, like, you know,
like if you haven't done that,
like,
you ain't
fucking
living.
wasted, blacked out, drunk. Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, I worry about that sometimes. I feel like in my older age, I might, you know, who knows, right? I might lean towards a career in politics, and I already know.
Start now, man. We're not, you know.
Yeah, you know what? You remember when I was going to run for president and all that shit?
Hilarious, yeah.
Yeah, so I really meant that, and then I was like, let me do the homework, and then I was like, all right, I might be Bernie Sanders' age by the time I do this shit, because this is, you know what I mean?
Well, that's not promised for anybody, man.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden in 2018, AOC gets elected, and she was a bartender. And I'm like, shit, there is a path. Like Donald Trump, no experience in politics, gets elected to president. And all these steps, I'm just like, damn. Fucking, maybe I should have not backed down.
I mean, we're only 38, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like I got
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm 33.
33?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm 5 years older than you.
You got 5 years on me?
I'm 38.
Okay, I got you.
So.
Yeah, 33, 34 days.
I don't think I mean, I think I'm much smarter than I was when I was 33.
Yeah, every year I look back at the year prior, I'm like, what a dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
I
look at it like the night prior. And I'm like, yeah. You know, like you think, dude, one thing I've learned, and this is true, and I got this from a wrestling shoot interview. Okay. Kevin Nash said, anytime you think you have things figured out, you don't.
Yeah.
Shit that happens, and then you realize there's no.
Yeah.
Nah, I realized that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a beautiful part about life, is you get your whole paradigm together, and you're like, man, this shit's cruising, I'm going. And then you get a little outside your comfort zone, you try to strike out, you're like, you're back to being a novice. Learn your shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is that's kind of dope. You know what I mean? It's kind of a dope facet.
I just, you know. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Dude, I can't wait until the gym's open. I just can't. I'm going to have a fucking breakdown.
I think Pennsylvania's in code yellow now, right?
Damn it. What's that?
I think Pennsylvania's in code yellow now, right?
What a joke.
Yeah.
Fucking joke. We need it's all going to change by the day, depending on what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. I know we beat the masks to death, but like my beef is that people are coming out with cloth masks, right? Like I have a mask, and it's just like this isn't stopping a virus. right?
It's a joke. It's a symbol of fear.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, you need one of those.
It's a political symbol of fear.
You need like an N95 mask to actually stop.
Soon it's going to be like the leftists are going to voluntarily like make the mask like a symbol. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I think it's going to be, but who knows? I could be wrong.
I mean, look, some of these, like Gavin Newsom, some of these leftists,
The guy from California.
Yeah, some of these mayors, governors, like, it's a little like, dude, we're not the country for that. We absolutely, our stores need to keep clean, and we need to, you know what I mean? Like, if there is a virus on the loose, yeah, we need to do stuff. But also, we're in America. Like, we're supposed to be like, hey, man, let's roll our own dice. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, you want to go do that? Cool. I mean, let people use their better judgment, is what I'm saying. I mean, look, people getting, like...
A lot of people are scared, man.
People getting together every weekend at bars, and that probably ain't a great idea. You know what I mean? But people saying, all right, well...
Well, they can protest. What's the difference if people open up their businesses and make a life of it?
Yeah.
The protests and the rioting and the looting and all that.
Yeah.
That's okay. So why the hell can't people open up their bars?
Yeah,
same fucking thing.
Yeah, it is a weird thing of like, okay...
It's a hypocrite. The whole thing is political bullshit at its finest.
It's like you can't go to a farmer's market, but you go to Acme. Yeah, it becomes a weird little choosing winners and losers kind of thing. Which, that happens in politics sometimes. I'm not a fan of that shit.
Tell you what, this stupid pandemic, man. I just like I've come up with some zingers off the top of my head, so I've gone with it.
Yeah.
Like with this, but like you saw the stuff I read on Facebook.
Yeah, I keep track.
It's I mean, most of it's just for comedic purposes, but there's truth behind it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's the best kind of comedy. Is like, I'm laying down a little truth, but like you're not dying on these hills. You're not. You're just like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Whatever.
There's. I mean, if you look at the things that I wrote on here, you might think one thing or the other, but what like but. You might, I don't know, a leftist would look at this and be like, clearly this guy's a racist. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm saying defund the police is stupid. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not at all. I can't stand the radical left.
Yeah.
I hate the radical left.
I hate
whether it's white or black, I put them all, it's all the same thing. Like, the basic white girls I fucking hate.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking hate.
Yeah, I hear you railing about them.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I rip them more than anybody else. Like, those are the people I can't stand because they're completely fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Is what they are. They have no life experience. They don't know shit. And like they're the ones like, oh, I'm a fucking activist. You're not. Go fucking sling a drink.
If Facebook shuts down tomorrow, you're not anymore.
I need to do that. It's just I get drunk and write shit. Or I'm bored and like I think the OJ thing is one of the funniest fucking things. Yeah. I killed myself with that, and I sent it to Deb. Like I said,
I love it.
I usually don't laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Because I love O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
I always have.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm fascinated with that case. My grandfather knew him. Always heard nice things. I might have met him when I was a kid, and I don't remember in an airport. I think I did.
Yeah.
Like I always heard nice things about it, and like we've always been big OJ fans in my family.
Yeah.
That's a truth. So the whole thing, like as crazy as it is, like that's true.
It's built on shit.
Dude, I've got 6 OJ books over there about that case. I got Dershowitz. I got that private eye from Texas. They wrote the book OJ's Innocent and I Can Prove It.
Yeah.
I got Reasonable Doubts. I think that was Dershowitz. And I got like 5 other ones.
Did you read If I Did It?
Yeah, I have it. Chapter 6, The Night in Question.
Yeah, I thought.
And then they did the interview, with Judith Regan of Regan Books.
Yeah,
because she was behind it. The thing is, like when they came out the OJ confession, you have to understand that was filmed at the time that book was coming out. So and he recited Chapter 6, and everybody's like, did he just confess to the murder?
Yeah.
It's like okay, maybe, but. What's the business behind it? Why did he do that interview? Why did he take that side? The book was coming out at the time. I'm sure The Night in Question was a selling point, the confession. So of course they did an interview. That's why it served 30 years. Like, hey, people. That's the thing. People don't think beyond that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what was there? Judith Regan, the publisher. I think it was Judith Regan. I might have the person wrong, but it was the lady who ran the book company, and that's the person she did the interview with. So I don't know. I've always been fascinated with that case.
Yeah, I guess you were around 12 when they were doing that. I remember I was about 7 years old, and the news was always on in my house. And
I had to turn mine off.
Yeah,
I'm done. My brain's done. My brain's fried.
Yeah, that's me. I
can't do it.
I barely listen to like my little left leaning shit. I don't even watch that shit. I saw a clip today, and I'm like, dude, it's been like months since I even.
I'm done. Right now, I'm done.
Yeah, because it's just you get to that point.
I'm done. Well, like, dude, I did all those interviews last week.
Yeah.
They called me. Like, I mean, someone's like, dude, like some idiot. He just. Well, I have one friend who's like a jealous asshole, and I'm in the mind frame. I talk to my mom, I talk to my uncle. I stick up for my family. Yeah. He's looking at it like, oh, Joey's getting attention. Joey's on TV. That's cool. I'm jealous of that. So we're on two completely different wavelengths. Yeah, you know? And he's like, what do? You call them? I was like, no, you fucking idiot. Like, how the hell? Like, no, they call. That's how it works. They call me. Yeah. And like the reason I did them is because I wanted to. Because Jim Kennedy was putting out their statements all day, just talking shit. I'm like, okay, motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna respond. You know. Yeah. That's all. You feel like you're getting called out. You're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. He definitely like. It's such a cheap shot on his part because he. I guess he hasn't really made any. I mean, Philadelphia mayor hasn't done shit in a long time. You know what I mean? Arguably since your grandfather. And I feel like he's just using the statue thing as like, hey, look at me, I'm part of the woke dope left.
No, exactly, yeah.
Right? It's like...
Okay, so you're right. And I'm just going to say property tax or real estate tax, you know? Yeah. Soda tax. What other... there's another parking tax. So that's what he's doing. So rather than impact any change to help the people, he's allegedly, like, you know, the minorities, the inner city people, rather than to make any difference in their lives, he's taxing the fucking shit out of them. During a pandemic, by the way, when people aren't working. Yeah. And, you know, so he has this symbolic leftist gesture of moving a goddamn statue rather than, like, you know, doing anything to really help these people. Taking more money out of their pockets, you know?
Yeah, it's like a symbolic...
And then, when they want to encourage the rioting and the looting and everything like that, great. Well, those people are fucking knocking off CVS's and stealing the pills and shit like that. Where do you think those drugs are going to go? Poor communities, you know. And defund the police, right? Where's the crime going to increase the most? Poor communities. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. And then people are going to move out of the city. Like, it's just amazing. Yeah. It's just absolutely fucking amazing. Like, there's so many things that go on that hurt the people that these people are allegedly going to bat for. It's just bullshit. That's the problem with politics right there. Yeah. You know, that's the problem with politicians.
Yeah, I don't know why Philadelphia. I don't know why we can't like emulate what New York does. Right? They cut these deals with companies and just they give them like big tax breaks for years to come do business in the city. Right? And all throughout my 20s, I would commute through the city to get to wherever I was working. And I always see these like you see the city. There's like these old factories that are just abandoned and burnt. You know what I mean? Just like, and I'm like, dude, why can't we just get a company to set something up there? Just give them a tax break, boom. And just keep doing that and just keep making opportunities like all across the city, right? Just give everyone jobs. Like, and then that's a good start, right? Do that. The only reason people commit crime, you know, most violent crimes, or, you know, there's like crimes of passion, you're pissed off, domestic abuse, but it's because people are broke. You know? It's like, I got to rob this liquor store.
Yeah, it's true. Some people are just criminals. I've been to jail. Yeah. I mean, you know, when you see the way those people are, they're different than us. I got you. They're just wired wrong.
Some people just got a taste for it. They're just like,
that's just they like it. There's just mental illness. Yeah, they're different than us. I got you. They're not like you'll see that. Some people are just criminals. Yeah. Now where it came from, who knows? You know, maybe it's a product of their environment. I don't know. Yeah. But I mean, you know, there's poor people. I mean, I know like some fucking. You know, some guys are just like, I don't know, white dude in their, like, you know, in their 40s or whatever. Mm-hmm. And businessman, but he's just, like, again, he's a criminal. Like, he'll find a way, like, had a straight up business and everything, but I can tell by talking to that guy that this guy just, he's just, and the thing is, like, the criminal activity might not even be profitable, it's just something he has to do. Yeah. It's just fucked up, dude.
It's just, he's working a business, but he's like, where's the grift? Let me find the, let me find the move.
Looking for it, you know? Like, bad guy. Like, I knew people like that. Yeah. I knew people that, like kids, like, you know, as our kids, it's like, you just have to get in trouble. You just can't. Yeah. You have the choice of being cool, and, like, it's not like my friends, it's not like we're well behaved. Yeah. You know what I mean? We're not just, you know.
Yeah, you goof off a little.
Yeah, I mean, but I was like, this isn't enough. Like, with the stuff we do, it's not enough. You have to go worse than that. Like, and a couple of them are dead, and they're, like, the one person I'm thinking of in particular is dead. And it's just like, dude, you had a choice between hanging out with us and doing these things, yet you had to take it to a whole nother level. It's just like, what's something really wrong with you, man? Yeah, you know? That's fucked up. And like, don't say that it's just on them, because you have every opportunity in the world to, I don't even say straighten yourself out, because like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like that. Like, I have too much to drink plenty of times. Yeah, but there's just
that's lightweight shit compared to like
it's almost
getting in the Yeah, like when I was a kid, you know, I did some petty shit back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, I stole out of an Ecker and fucked around. You know what I mean? And I get the whole, like, I kind of grew up with, like, this, I'm not gonna blame hip hop on it, you know what I mean? But I kind of had this.
They blame it on Maryland and the heroin.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Where were the parents at?
At M. John,
Yeah, M. John.
Yeah, but like, I kind of get the thing. Like, oh, crime's kind of cool. Like, it's cool doing shit bad.
That's
but
when
like,
you're a kid, man.
Yeah, but like, at a certain point, you're like, you know, the risk is not worth the reward. You know, I always looked at it that way. I'm like, all right, cool. I grew up in Somerdale in Philly. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, cool, man. I could get into like, as a teenager, I sold drugs a little bit. You know, like weed. You know, and I was like, I can go deeper, but yeah, what's the lawyer gonna cost? And I'm not gonna make that much money. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, you're right. It just ain't worth it. You know what I mean? Like a little petty shit. You can get a little wait, cool. That shit beyond it.
I know. Yeah, I never was a drug guy.
Yeah.
I've done a couple things, and you know, I've indulged in a few of them, but not much. And I never was a big drug guy at all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I dabbled here and there, but not much.
Yeah, in my 20s and maybe a little bit in my 30s, I've experimented, but I'm always like, cool, like that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think for the most part I've learned that it's never a good idea to do anything.
Yeah.
You know.
It's exhausting. First off.
Yeah, dude. I'm too I'm too busy, and plus I like to work out, and then if I get out of shape or whatever, I'm too hard on myself. It's not worth it. It's not worth the mental grief I give myself.
Yeah, you actually get something from like being healthy and working out and like, you know what I mean, just living a fulfilling life.
Mm-hmm.
Like that doesn't
exactly.
sound cool when you're younger, but like now we're like,
man, it's just, because you get older and you get wiser and more mature.
Yeah, the best shit to do is just, hey man, I got an afternoon evening to myself. I'm gonna chill out, enjoy it.
Fucking cat. Like I got friends that I don't watch too much TV. I'm a YouTube guy, and a lot of stuff I watch on YouTube, I not everything, but a good percentage of it I try to watch because I'm trying to learn something. Mm-hmm. And then like I got friends that mindlessly watch movies over and over and over, and they text me in the morning like I'm watching a movie. Say, why are you watching a movie, man? Like go for a walk, listen to an audiobook. Yeah. You know, like why are you watching a movie? Like do everything and then watch a movie. No, that's just where I think.
Yeah, like check out a movie, but at some point, even me, like I love different podcasts.
To each their own, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I love podcasts, but sometimes it gets mindless, and I'm like, dude, I need to like feed my brain.
No, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Because I'm starting to actually learn about life and understand that you're supposed to learn and continue to learn. Yeah. So I fall off. Sometimes I get drunk and I'm hungover for a fucking week because of what I did. But like that's the mindset though. I try to get back to normal so I can learn. Yeah. And get better. And I think that's fine. Like, hey, just taking a little like. Sometimes I'm just out to lunch. You know what I mean? A week or two, I'm just gone. You know what I mean? Just fuck it. But you get back to it. You know. Oh yeah.
You remain a lifelong student, as they say.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Somebody said like once, like the gym teaches you everything you need to know about life, and it's true. Yeah. Because you can apply the same thing. It never stops. Yeah. You know. Mm-hmm. You can always get better. You can always push. It's a great quote. I'm not going to get into it, but I think that's a great quote.
No, I know what you're saying. There's things in life there's concepts that apply to everything else in life.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, how do you want to bring this home today? That was an interesting conversation. Then went all over the fucking place.
Yeah, we brought the content, right? I brought the content. You brought it back. Yeah, man.
So that was a lot. Yeah, but it was fun.
All right, guys. Episode 4 in the can, and
sure is. God knows what I said on there.
Yeah.
But
we'll be in touch soon, folks.
Everybody, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars.
That's right, man.